EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 29 yards. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score Ravens 7, Cowboys nothing.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Schultz, oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And Andrews lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. 1st down. Here's Burrow.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here we go. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Here we go. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he's got this to Jefferson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. This is caught. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Davante Adams from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let the return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. Mahomes now on first down. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Burrow on play action. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of the defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Mahomes. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here hauled in by Kupp. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a pickup of 6. That brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 19-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Mahomes. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
Let's go, baby.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And again, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now here's Mahomes. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. That's complete right around. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 30, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Gano out to kick this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They begin with Henry, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin this drive with Chubb.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken at about the 14. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of 2, and it will be the final act of this first half of play. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Burrow looking to pass.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's got room. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
49 yards for Nick Chubb,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 25 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Henry is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Mahomes will throw for it. Steps away to his left. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
From midfield now, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now it's Burrow. He hits Adams, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow. They set up the screen to Chubb. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Left side to Lamb.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Gano's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 8. 1:52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Mahomes. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A give running right is Chubb, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Mahomes will throw.
His throw incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mahomes connecting with Kupp here on the out route. Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes to throw it.
That one complete to Hill.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here's Mahomes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.